Meaning that you can only follow Paul where Paul followed Christ. If you hear me, say you hear me. Be follower of me as I follow Christ. So if you are going to follow any leader, sometimes you see people, they will be disappointed. So somebody can say, I'm not going to come to church again. If so person can do like this, so person can do like this. That shows that you don't know Bible. Jesus is our real example. We have seen it in this text here. The disciples, despite their closeness to Jesus, they were students of Jesus' church. They were students of Jesus' Bible college. And look at what they said. They said they were arguing. They were arguing with one another over who among them was greatest. They didn't know Jesus was listening to them, just was hearing them. But when they got home, Jesus got to a safe place. And Jesus asked them, while we were coming on the road, what were you discussing about? They were shocked to their marrow that Jesus paid attention to their discussion. And that's why verse 34 says, they were silent. So it was deafening. They were shocked. Then Jesus told them in verse 35, he sat down and summoned the 12. So, you like greatness. You like honor. You like to be on the top. If that is the case, I will give you true definition of greatness. If you want to be great, then take the last place. Be the servant of all. This word of Jesus is for a lifetime. In the church, in the society, when those who want to be great cannot serve in the eyes of the creator of the universe, they have not enrolled for the school of greatness. Whoever wishes to be great, according to Jesus' definition here, must be the servant of all. So this message will be discussed in 4 divisions. Number 1, definition of greatness in Jesus' perspective. Definition of greatness in Jesus' perspective. Number 2, definition of greatness in the world perspective. Definition of greatness in the world perspective. Number 3, understanding our jurisdiction as believers, or understanding the jurisdiction of our calling as Christians. We need to understand the environment that we are operating, where we are operating, the atmosphere that surrounded us. Then number 4, steps to attaining the Jesus perspective of greatness. Steps to attaining the Jesus perspective of greatness. People of God, if the church can be the church, the world will be godly. If the church can be the church, the world will be what? Godly. If the church can be the church, the world will be godly. But if the church refuses to be the church, the world will not make the church worldly. Then we will not be operating the way unbelievers are operating. We will not know the difference. Let's look at definition of greatness in Jesus' perspective. Definition of greatness in Jesus' perspective. From the text which we read, who is greatest is the one in the first place. From the statement Jesus made there, he said, so, you want first place? It's an asking question. So, you want first place. So, greatness places one in the first place. Greatness places one. And Jesus understood that he that is the greatest is the number one, is the one in the first place. So in Jesus' perspective, or according to Jesus' theory, which is the theory of the church, he that is the greatest among us takes the first place. Then in the definition of Jesus, where is the first place? Where does Jesus expect the people in the first place to be? So, we are looking at the definition of Jesus. His greatness to Jesus means the first among others. The first among others. In order to achieve that first position, the ranking comes from behind. Counting of first, according to Jesus, doesn't start from the front. Jesus starts counting his first position from where? From the back. The ranking comes from the back. And it must be through service. He or she who wants to be the number one must first be the servant of others. And that's why he said that Jesus is the only master we have. We are all brethren. I can tell the story of this church for 50 years. Because I became a member of this church when I was not up to 5. When I was not up to 6. And by the grace of God, shortly I will be 56. So, if you remove 5 from 56, that's 51. So, I can tell the story of this church for 50 years.